Good morning, everybody. We're just about to carry out some pre-lambing measures. We're in the lambing shed with some of the first ewes to have their babies, and I'll talk you through what we're going to be doing. So this contraption that this ewe is in is a trimming stand. It's a homemade trimming stand that Joe made for us to use here, and it might look like a torture contraption, but it's not actually. It helps keep the ewes still while we do any work with them. We use it for prepping for shows, and it's really critical at this time of year. So we've popped her into the stand, and she can move about a little bit, but it just keeps her from jumping around. And if you see, I've trimmed all around her eye area because she was very woolly here, and I've also trimmed out underneath here, which is where her bag will be, which is where her teats are, so that hopefully the lamb can find the teats instead of just wool. I should point out that this is actually quite a major issue for this breed of sheep. So Rylands are really woolly, and an extra challenge at lambing time is making sure that the lambs can see their mother, recognise their mother, and vice versa, making sure that she can see her babies and knows which are her babies, and making sure that they can feed straight away. So it is just a bit of a fine art, making sure that as we head into lambing, the right period before they're about to lamb, that we take the wool off. Do it too soon and there'll be regrowth, and you'll have to do it again, and leave it too late and there's a chance your lambs could come before you've done the job. So it's just important that you get the timing right. And doing around the faces, I use these, which are Jacotas, so big sharp scissors, so you do have to be careful. And that's what I've used for around her bag area, but we're just going to use the electric clippers around her back end in a moment. This is what Yarrow's bottom looks like now. So I've just clipped off the excess wool around this area, and that's just really because you get a lot of fluid and blood and mucus around when they're delivering the lambs, and it's not pleasant for them to have it stuck onto them for days and weeks afterwards. By doing this, it just makes things a bit cleaner. And as I say, because Rylands are so woolly, if I just show you like how my fingers disappear into the fleece of this sheep, it's just an extra precaution that over the years we've learned works quite well for us here. All that's really left to do is to check her feet and see if there's anything needs doing with her feet, and there isn't. It's important not to over trim sheep's feet. It can make them more prone to sore feet. So this in the middle here is Snowball. Next to go for her hairdresser's appointment before she has her baby or babies. So Snowball's our oldest ewe, so you would think that might make her the most accustomed to this routine, but actually it makes her the most obstinate. So we've both just had to wrestle her onto the stand. She's a real character. She's nicknamed Cannonball Sheep, likes to run at you, take your legs out. But as Joe's just said, she looks a bit like a Highland cow in her face, so I'm gonna have to give her face a really good trim. Better? Now we can go through the all-important process of her being able to bond with the babies. She'll be able to see them, they'll be able to see her, they'll know her eyes, she'll know what they look like. All is good. There we go. Everybody who needs any kind of meddling with has had it done to them. Now they're just enjoying their food. So that's that part of things done for today, but I should just cover off, it can be a bit tricky trying to manage everybody correctly for the stage that they're at. We have 19 breeding ewes, and they're all at various different stages of their pregnancies. They're coming out of the shed, they're joining me, they want in on the action. And it's kind of important to manage them correctly as a group and manage them correctly for their individual needs. So any who are having twins or who are on a thinner side, as I said in a previous video, they've already been at the house, they've been getting more feed, more shelter, a bit more TLC. And now we're at a stage where when it's getting to kind of 2 to 3 weeks, if they're still out in the front field, they'll be pulled into this group to get a bit more food and get like a higher maintenance package, if you like. And then when they're getting to 1 to 2 weeks to delivering their babies, we'll do the process that we've done with them today. We'll trim around the eyes, we'll trim around the bags so that the ewe can feed the baby properly, or babies, and we'll also trim around the back end just to keep them a bit clean so they don't get all of that gunk sticking to them. So it's just about carefully managing the process for the group and for the individuals, and looking at the calendar to see where each individual ewe is at to make sure that we don't miss anything. So the 3 girls that you saw us trimming in the stand today were Yarrow, Zeta and Snowball, who are all at various different ages and stages. As far as we're aware, there's 2 having twins in that group, and there's 1 having 1 baby, but I don't trust her the size of her. She's either having 2 or a cow, or I don't know, an elephant or something. But either way, they're due within the next 10 days. So we've got a week really until the first one is due, and then the next are very close together. So we shall just see what happens next. Anyway, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you could like it, that would be wonderful. If you could subscribe to our channel, that would be even more wonderful. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.